guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today is January 2nd, so it's not New Year's Day, but this is my first video of 2025. I got some new makeup products, so I thought I'd do a little get ready with me while I talk to you guys about my New Year's goals. I have a few things written down, so I thought I'd just share those with you as I get ready, and we can just have a little chit-chat podcast type video today. So this video is perfect if you're eating or driving or just want a video to play in the background. If you guys do like this video, make sure you consider subscribing. I post a lot of vlogs, get ready with me, shopping hauls, all sorts of stuff like that. So if you're interested, please subscribe and also leave a like. Alright, let's just get on with the video. First of all, the mirror is right in front of me, so I will be looking at myself for the video. First, we're going to start off with some skin prep. My skin has been feeling just a smidge too dry because of the winter weather, along with the fact that I drown it with benzoyl peroxide, which I probably should not be doing. Firstly, I'm deciding between these two milky toners. I really love this one, but this one I just got new, so I think we're going to go with this one. First thing I want to chat about is, you guys, my birthday is in February. It's on February 11th, and I'm turning 20 years old. 20, which I think is so crazy. This is my last 2 months of being a teenager, and then I'm 20, which I honestly did not think would come up this fast. Now I'm going in with a glowy serum. Obviously, it'll still feel the same, but it'll just be so weird telling people that I'm 20. I also don't know if this makes any sense, but 2025 is such a good, like, cohesive number, I guess, like 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. And I'm turning 20 in 2025, so I don't know. It all just, like, feels so satisfying to me. I honestly feel like this year is going to be just, like, so crazy for me and so much change. I'm going in with this Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream now. This is what it looks like, along with the fact that I'm turning 20. Obviously, that's not where the real change comes in yet. If you guys don't watch my videos, I'm actually a community college student. So after high school, I went to community college, did 2 years there, and I'm on my last semester of community college. And the time has gone by so incredibly fast. I'm using this moisturizer, but this is actually not the Drunk Elephant one. This is a different moisturizer. I just put it in this container. This year, I'm actually going to university, which is going to be the biggest change for me, I think. And that's because I did a lot of my community college classes online, which is, like, technically my fault, but it's also, like, even though the classes I did have in person, like, no one really wanted to talk, and that's just kind of how community college is, I feel like. It's very, very different from university, so it's honestly been 2 years high school since I've been around so many kids my own age, which I think is going to be, like, a crazy big adjustment, and I didn't really think about it until, like, now. This is the Round Lab SPF. I haven't used this one in a while. I really like it. I could make a whole video about community college and, like, just how terrible and hard it was. Obviously, the schoolwork wasn't hard, but just the overall toll that it takes. It's hard to explain. Just the feeling you have when you're in community college when everyone else around you is not. It can just bring about some severe FOMO, but obviously in the end it is worth it if you are paying for your school, which I am. I think with that, I'm done with skin prep. So like I said, I could make a whole video about that, but I'm just gonna cruise past that for this. I was saying, I think that is gonna bring the biggest amount of change, but that's not happening until fall. So I do have one more semester at my community college. This is a new product I picked up. I think I'm the last person to try this, but it's the Say Star Glow. Like, I don't know if it's a primer, but it's like a glowy thing. JK, I think I'm gonna prime first. I don't know if that's correct, but I've honestly seen a lot of difference using a primer before going in with makeup. So this is the NYX Plump Right Back, and this is way better than the e.l.f. whatever it's called. You guys know which one I'm talking about. I think the main reason why it's going to be such a difference is because the school I'm applying to, like literally the only one I want to get in, has so many people there. Like, it's a really big school, but it's in my state, and I obviously don't really want to go out of state. So it's not really freaking me out, but I'm definitely thinking about it more because I feel like you guys can tell, but I'm not like a super people person. Like, I definitely can be in some scenarios, but I think naturally I've just always been this way where I'm more introverted, I guess. But I've definitely grown from that. Like, high school me and me now are very different people when it comes to socializing. So we're definitely still growing and working with that. Okay, this is really pretty. I don't know why I've never picked this up. I am gonna do some skin tint today. I really don't want to do too much though, but I am kind of like breaking out on my cheek. I also feel like my goals aren't really like normal goals, normal resolutions. I feel like they're more catered to me personally, which I think is a good thing. So the second thing I have, in addition to just the new school, is obviously getting good grades. I guess I don't care about that too much. Also, this is the L'Oreal True Match Skin Tint. But getting good grades isn't the most important thing to me, I guess. I don't know. But I did put that on here because I am starting a new school. Like, I should probably try to get good grades, you know? Okay, I'm just gonna tap this in. And then the last thing I have for that in terms of college, because that is a big point in my life, I am a college student, is just meeting new people. I kind of already touched on this, but I think it'll be pretty easy to meet new people just because the school is so large. And I'm gonna try to do clubs and stuff, although I've never liked clubs in high school. I didn't do clubs because I thought they were dumb, but I'll probably try something new. Everything I've talked about so far is probably gonna be the biggest amount of change for me this year. So I'm kind of excited to see how I'll adapt to that because I can guess, like, I know myself pretty well. I can guess how I'm gonna act in the those situations. Like, it's a whole nother thing to actually see how I'm gonna act in those experiences. But again, that's not for a while, but it is gonna happen this year, so we're thinking about it. Okay, now I'm just gonna go over that with a sponge just to like set everything in. I forgot to use this, but this is also a new product I got. It's the color correcting thing that went viral a while ago, but it basically just makes your red skin go away. My skin wasn't super red today, but some days it can get really red. I don't know why. Okay, the very last thing I have for that section is to find an apartment or a house. Like, obviously it's a goal. I'd like to have somewhere to live because I don't really like driving, and honestly my car isn't really fit for commuting every day. I bought a pretty old car back when I was 17, so that car I really don't want to be driving more than I have to. It has a lot of miles on it, so finding an apartment is the best idea for me. It's definitely a goal, but it's not something I can really work towards, I guess. Like, I just have to find a place to live. But I just had that down because I feel like it's still a goal. Okay, next I picked up the Natasha Denona concealer. This is what she looks like. I feel like I've seen a lot of people with dry skin specifically love this. So I got shade matched at Sephora and I got N7, if you guys are wondering. And I honestly think it's like the perfect shade match ever. I was so surprised because I low-key thought I had yellow undertones, but I think I'm just neutral, which I just never thought about or knew. And then I'm going to use the Tarte concealing brush, and this is just what it looks like. Just a basic concealer brush. So that's kind of wrapping it all up for the college section, which is going to be a big part of my life. My next goal is to elevate my wardrobe. This isn't really a huge goal, but it is something I kind of want to work on. I don't want to spend as much money as I have been spending recently this year, so this is going to be kind of on the back burner. But obviously I love shopping. It's never gonna go away, so I just kind of put that I want to find my style and I want to buy pieces that won't go out of trend, good high quality pieces. And so that's kind of a goal because I feel like all your teenage years is just figuring out what you like to wear, and now I feel like I've kind of gotten a grasp on what I like to wear and what I don't like to wear. So now I just need to invest in like those good quality pieces that won't only last me like a year of use, you know? And I feel like it's a good time to do that because I am turning 20, so this is definitely the year where I can figure that out. But again, it's probably not my biggest concern just because, I don't know, like I like clothes, but I'm not really like a huge fashionista, I guess. Again, after I do the brush, I'm going to just beauty blend, pat that all in. But I do really like clothes, like it's a hobby of mine, so I just thought I'd put that on there because, I don't know, that is a goal I want to do, is just elevate some of my clothes and stop buying clothes that I don't need and won't wear more than once. Okay, I probably look a little crazy. I don't know if you guys can tell. I can kind of tell in the mirror. My skin is really dry still, so I can see a little bit of peeling, but I don't think that's the makeup. I think it's just my skin being really dry. So after concealer, I just do all my cream, blush, cream bronzer. That's all I kind of had for Elevate Wardrobe. I think that'll take time. I'll definitely just work on that throughout the year. This is the Say Sun Melt, and I'm going to use the Say foundation brush with it. This is just a good, dense little brush, and I feel like it's going to work really well with the cream bronzer. So what I do is I just swirl it in the pan, get a lot of product on there, and then I take a paper towel and just lightly brush some of it off so I'm not getting way too much. And then we just pat, pat, pat. That's kind of a lot. That was really bad. Okay, I've definitely done better than that before. And then we do some on the forehead also. Next for goals, I want to talk about social media because I do really want to grow all my platforms this year. Obviously, YouTube is kind of my favorite platform, not to be biased. I just love making YouTube videos and editing them. I feel like long form content is just so much more me, especially because I like talking a lot. Like, TikTok is fine, but it's obviously not my favorite. It is where I make the most money just because I'm that affiliate. I don't plan on being a salesperson for my whole life, which is basically all I do on TikTok. I am trying to grow my personal lifestyle account on TikTok more, but so far I only have 90 followers, which is totally fine, but I definitely want to work on that this year. Next, we're doing Patrick Ta. She's Flushed is the color, and we're just doing cream right now. So that's definitely a goal of mine. I definitely want to post more on YouTube than I do TikTok, but again, I make money on TikTok, so it's kind of like I should prioritize that. Along with just having a better wardrobe, I really want to get better at posting on Instagram because I do really like photography. Maybe that should be a hobby I get more into this year, but photography is really fun and interesting for me, but I also feel like I never have anyone to take pictures of. But I really do want to elevate my Instagram more just because I do love pictures, and I think a pretty feed is really fun, you know? Like, as annoying in social media and shallow that sounds, I really do think a pretty Instagram feed like brightens up my day, I guess, to put it simply. Better Instagram pics. I want to start posting on Instagram like without caring what people think, but that's so difficult because Instagram is one of those platforms where all your followers are like people from high school, you know? But I can post on stories more, I can post more just pictures, so we're gonna work on that this year. Okay guys, I'm back. I just did some mascara off screen. Today I used the Tarte Man-Eater. I feel like this is one of the only mascaras that works on my Asian lashes that's not waterproof. Makes them fall just a little bit, but it kind of looks more natural. And I also use a little lash spoolie with it. The only thing I don't love about it is why they make the wand so ginormous. I have small eyes, I know, but I feel like this is still huge for people with bigger eyes. I don't know. Now what I'm gonna do is set my face, and then we're gonna do brows and then powder products. So this is the Milani Make It Last Original. I think we just got done talking about my social media goals. So the only real goal, there's no number goals, no followers, no money. The only really goal I have for myself in terms of social media is just to post more. So posting more YouTube videos. I want to try to start posting twice a week, which is crazy. So maybe I'll just do once a week. Maybe twice, like every other week. I don't know. Post more on TikTok. I'm going to try to post a lot more there because I feel like I just post like 2 times a week, which shouldn't be that hard because I saw a video and it was saying that anything you do can be content. So I could be making a TikTok about this right now, but I'm not. So that's all for that goal. Let's do brows. This is an also new product. I don't know why. Anastasia Beverly Hills, I feel like has been killing it recently. I just found out about this little brow gel. I was going to get another Kosas one because I like this one, but it doesn't keep my brows in place as much as I'd like. But this one's kind of drying out, so I needed a new one, and I got this Anastasia one. The reason I got this one was because I like the clear one so much, so I decided to get the tinted one, and this is in the shade Ebony. This is what the wand looks like. It's like short on one side and long on the other side. I never fill my brows in with a pencil because I had a horrid phase of that in 9th grade. If anyone that knows me in real life remembers that phase, like, it was terrible. I really don't know what I was doing, but they looked so bad. That's why I have a fear of like plucking my eyebrows now. That's just kind of the difference. It's very, very natural, or at least I just make it natural. Okay, I feel like I timed this kind of bad because I only have 2 more goals and I want to try to spread those out as much as I can. So we're going to talk about makeup for a little bit. And that is all I really do for brows. I like to keep it pretty natural. I also know they're uneven, you guys. You please don't comment and don't tell me because I have no idea how to make them more even. Okay, now I'm going to go with some powder. This is the Tower 28 Press Powder Get Set. And recently I've been using a powder puff, at least for under my eyes. So I don't know where I got this, but it's just a little powder puff. And then I press that onto the paper towel and then under the eye. And then I take just a really tiny brush, and if I have anything else I want to cover up, like, I'll do it there. Alright, and that's all I do for powder. I try not to do too much. Next, I got this new, also Anastasia. This packaging is so bougie. It's a button, and then it opens up, and there's a little mirror. Hey guys, there you are. This is just a powder bronzer, and what brush should I use for it? And just lightly. Lastly, for powder, we're going to do the powder blush, same of the Patrick Ta. Some on the nose, and I don't know, a little on the forehead and chin. And that is kind of just how it looks, very natural. Okay, I have 2 goals, but I kind of talked about one of them already. Just finding a new hobby. I have no idea what it's going to be. I would love to read more, actually. That's going to be the hobby. Read a book. Just any book. I know that sounds crazy, but just one book I feel like will really help me out. I think the most difficult part for me is I don't really like a lot of genres of books. I'm also going with highlighter now. This is the Rare Beauty one, even though it's cracked. Even though it is cracked the F up, still love it. I do it on my nose. So I usually just like romance books, but honestly the writing is never that great. So let's try to find a good book, you know? If y'all have any recommendations, leave them down below. The last goal is similar to reading. I want to read the Bible more. It's one of those things where it's like, I know I should be doing it, but I just feel like I have no time. Terrible excuse. I am going to try to read the Bible more. I think I can do this because when I get to college, I'll probably join a little Bible study group. I don't know. I've already been checking a few out, so that shouldn't be too hard for me. I don't know. I just want to explore that more this year, and I feel like that's a really good goal. I also don't want any judgment. If you have a hate comment, I'm going to delete it. Highlighter is now on. Last thing we're gonna do, some lips. I don't know where my lip liner is. I always lose my dang NYX lip liner. Let's do Summer Fridays. I feel like I haven't used this one in a bit. This is in mauve. It's just the lip oil, but it is so pretty. Like, it's literally just my natural lip. Like, look how pretty. The very last thing I want to do is curl my hair with my new curling iron because I've yet to use it. Now I'm finally gonna do last round of setting spray. Y'all let me know if the Charlotte Tilbury one is worth it because I really like this one. Let's curl my hair real quick and then I'll end the video. Sorry, I've been yapping this whole time. This is the Hot Tools Professional 1 1/4 inch curling iron, and it kind of has like shit on it. I don't know why. I just listened to the Pretty Basic podcast today at the gym and they were going over their New Year's goals, so that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. But what they did at the end of the podcast was a statement or a word that'll encapsulate goals for 2025. So I came up with one and I think you guys should come up with one too. And you guys, I swear I'm not like this crazy goal oriented every year, but I think because I'm turning 20 in 2025, like I've just been a little more crazy this year. But I swear I usually don't really give a F because I just don't really believe in resolutions like that. I just think they're a waste of time, you know? I don't know. I also made a vision board for this year. Like, I've just been going crazy. We're gonna curl the hair, and I'll tell you guys about my word slash phrase for the year. You guys should take a guess right now and then comment down below if it was right, because I feel like I've low-key been talking about it this whole time. And I just use this Pantene heat protector. And I showered today, so there's already some like hair oil and stuff in my hair. So this is all I'm using. I've given you guys some time to think about what it is. Now it's time for the reveal. My phrase of the year, I wrote it down. I was trying to think of just a word, but I couldn't think of one. So the phrase is just to step out of my comfort zone. Isn't that crazy? I feel like this year is just gonna bring so much change, as I've been saying this whole time, and I'm really gonna have to just step out of my comfort zone. I think it's gonna be forced. I think I'm not gonna want to, but I think I'm going to have to, and I'm going to try to make the most out of it, if that makes sense. I also just curl my hair a very normal way. If you guys are looking for a tutorial, I don't know what to tell ya. It's hard to explain. Just curl your hair. So sorry, you guys. My camera was overheating. It's because I'm shooting a like hour-long video in 4K, so I probably should have switched to 1080, but you know, quality over quantity, I guess. So like I was saying, I think for the past, I guess 2 years, I've just been in my own comfort zone and it's been comfortable. And I think this year I'm really gonna have to step out of it, as I've been saying. I think I've just been in my comfort zone for a little too long. I think it might be a little difficult to step out of it and change in that way, but like, we'll see. I think I'll adapt to it pretty seamlessly and easy just because I've learned like change is inevitable. And it's not the worst thing ever. I actually like some change. Some change I really don't like, but I think this change I'll like. I really do. I guess that's kind of all that's been on my mind. I've been thinking about this honestly just for a couple days because I realized I needed a video to make and New Year's Eve was around the corner. So I just decided to finally sit down and talk about this. I was also journaling and I was kind of touching on things, but I thought I would talk to you guys about it. And now you guys can think about your own goals and let me know what they are in the comments, because then maybe I'll get some more ideas for more goals. I've also been watching motivational videos. I don't know why I've been like hyper fixating on this, but a lot of the videos were talking about how you shouldn't have too many goals or else they're just going to be too hard to reach. So I just picked out 5 or 6 and I'm really going to try to work on those. Obviously work on planning and seeing what steps I can take to actually achieve those goals. Pretty. This is the first side. I'm just going to do the other side and come back because I think I've talked about everything. Okay, all done with the curls. I usually will just go with my fingers, but I got this wet brush for Christmas and I've been liking it a lot. And these are honestly just my everyday, not every day, but like every time I curl my hair, this is how I'll curl my hair. I think it just always turns out really nice. And that is kind of the finished makeup hair look, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this little mini tutorial, like podcast type video. I love talking, so if you guys want more videos like this, leave some suggestions and maybe I'll do them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, listening to some of my goals I have, and also seeing me try out some new makeup products. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!